Hey loves. Okay, so first step after having a miscarriage, the first step is to cry. And I mentioned this in previous videos. Cry. Let yourself cry. It is absolutely one of the best ways to start your healing process. When you are going through, or when you're crying, you're releasing stress hormones. So it is very good to let yourself cry and release that out of your body. You will end up feeling hopefully a little better afterwards. And I know it takes a lot of courage. I know it takes a lot of vulnerability to cry and let yourself feel that pain, but it is one of our best steps to start the healing process. You will stop crying. I promise. The tears will stop eventually. I know there is a lot of fear around starting crying because you're afraid that it's never going to end and that the pain is just going to take over your life. And I know the crushing feeling of the pregnancy loss journey. The next best step is to make a list, and make a list of safe people that you can talk to. Now, don't turn the video off. I understand miscarriage is so taboo, and I know it is a hard thing to talk about. I know it is not something our society likes to discuss. I think that is starting to decrease a little bit. I think we're starting to talk about it a little bit more, and so it is a little more acceptable. That's why I'm doing these videos and starting I'm putting myself out there to help other women and to make it not a taboo subject, so that we all know that we're not alone going through this process. So make a list. Make a list of 3 to 5 people who are safe to talk to. And the reason why we don't want it to be just one person is because they're not always going to be available. And on top of that, every person on that list is going to add more value to your life in different ways. They might have knowledge in something, they might have experience in something else other than what the other people have. So make a list, and then contact those people that you put on your list. And I know that's going to be hard. I know it's going to take a lot of courage for you to do that, but reach out to those people. Tell them, you're on my list. I need someone that I can talk to, who can listen to me, who's not going to try to fix the situation, but who's going to listen to my story. Because being seen, being validated, being heard is another good way, another way to heal through our grief process. So I know you probably think, I don't want to put that burden on anyone. I don't want to disturb people. I don't want to make people feel bad about what I'm going through. But let me tell you from experience, people want to help. People want to give themselves and to be there for you. They don't know how. And so sometimes they say things that might aggravate you. Sometimes they do things that you think like, oh, they don't care. That's not it. People don't know how to support you. And so when you ask them if they could be on your list, you're making them feel good. They feel honored to be part of that process to help you through this. And the next thing to do is ask them if there are times that they aren't available to talk, because not everyone is going to be available at 3 in the morning. They might need their sleep, or not everyone's going to be available at 12 in the afternoon because they're, in the middle of work. So ask them when it's a good time to talk, when it's not a good time to talk. But do that reaching out. And let me tell you, I know how hard it is. I know how hard it is to put yourself out there. I know we want to hide under the covers and just be alone and cocoon ourselves in this grief, which is absolutely fine for a little bit. But our bodies, our brains, everything about us needs community. We survive, we thrive on community. That doesn't mean you need to have 20 to 50 people that you're talking to. Trust me. You don't need to go on YouTube. You don't need to go on social media and talk about everything and talk about this. But you do need to have someone that you can turn to, someone who you feel safe with. And sometimes, by the way, it's not always our partner. Oftentimes our partners are also grieving and probably aren't the best people to turn to in that moment. And they're so close to us that they're probably going to want to fix the situation instead of just listening to your feelings. So if it's not your partner, that's okay. Find some friends, find some family members that you can turn to. When I was going through this, I definitely wanted to just hide. I definitely just wanted to sit in my bed or go cry in my car, go on a long ride. It wasn't until a little bit later that I realized when I reached out to people, when I told my story there was like 3 people. I felt so much better. I felt so validated in what I was going through. And I literally had a friend. I didn't actually reach out, and I wish I had learned this. I wish I had this information when I was going through this process. So I knew that I should reach out to people. But I did have a friend who came up to me and said, listen, I have no idea what you're going through. I've never been through it, but I want to be here for you. So let's sit and talk. And our conversations would actually end up turning into walks. We would go on walks, which also is very good for the healing process, moving your body forward. And so we would talk, and she would just listen. She wouldn't try to give advice. She wouldn't try to fix anything. She would just listen. And after those conversations, I felt so much better. So please do it for yourself. Do it for your future you. Do it for your future family. Do it so you can show up best as yourself, as your best self. Reach out to someone. Make your list. Sit down now, press stop on this video, and write down 3 to 5 people and reach out to those people and let them know. I'd really like you to be on my list, and let them know they don't need to fix you. You just need them to listen to you. All right, friends, if you need another supportive community, if you are having a hard time finding someone to put on your list, if you need a 3rd person or a 4th person or a 5th person, download the Miscarriage Warrior app. I am on there. It's a free app. You can go on and contact me. I am more than happy to be on your list. I am more than happy to help you out, and just be the person that you can talk to. There's also a lot of women on there. Obviously, everyone on there has been through a miscarriage, and it's a very safe community where you can feel free to grieve in any way that you want to grieve. And you can find someone on there to put on your list. So go on the Miscarriage Warrior app if you're needing a supportive community, or make your list now if you do have 3 to 5 people. And again, like I always say, you can't control your pregnancy loss, but you can control your healing. All right, loves.